We're just rolling down the road, a little Sunday drive for the McDonald family here in Ohio. There's a fair that we're going to go to later on. We're coming off a win last night from 2 wins. So admirable at Vernon Downs. I won with Welland down here. Ollie was...
The Lake Erie one?
The Lake Erie was a huge race. 47-3. Wow. And then Brave World was second, so we're having a pretty good weekend here. Morale is high in the McDonald house and at the stable. And especially from the qualifiers. I don't want to be that guy, but as Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys would say, I told us so. I told us so. With the 3-year-olds, you guys were all worried. You guys were all worried the week before about the 3-year-olds being lackluster, and I told you, it's 17 days. Relax. They all looked very, very good this week. And again, to extrapolate some of that speed, some of them are what they are. Better's Hope, who knows what 57 will lead to. It might lead to 58. I don't know. But it could lead to something much better. No Free Lunch looked incredible. Mario drove him good, looked incredible. Tipsy and Dixie, Northern Blizzard. We'll talk about them all. But a great week to be had all week long at the stable, whether it was racing or qualifying. Very few low points this week. Unfortunately, we know it always won't be that way, but it was this week. So we'll start with Adrenaline Rush. Second and 56. He probably should have finished off his lunch and went a mile and 55, but he didn't. Not the end of the world. He'll get a crack at them again. Probably next week we'll start racing him. Better's Hope, lifetime mark, first ever time being victorious in official capacity. 157 and 4, 28 apiece in the end. Looked good. Blue Monk, Mario said he was fantastic. Harry said he was fantastic. I thought he was good. We'll see how good he is soon enough. Brilliant Corners, I know. Harry kind of, I don't know if he downplays this guy or what. He said, he was okay. He is what he is. I think this is a very good horse. Now, I could be wrong. Harry trains him. I haven't sat behind him other than once in like February or March. But if he's not going to win the grassroots, he's not going to do in the non-winners of 2, non-winners of 3 at Mohawk, I'll put it out there. I'm open to bringing him over here and racing him in the non-winners of 2 at the Meadows. Goes for like 10,000 American, 9 or 10 grand. And then 9 winners of 3 is a speed-wise he can do in. I think this horse could put away some pretty good money pretty quick and bounce him back into the grassroots. That's not a perfect situation. It's not something I wouldn't even say it's even close to Plan A. Obviously, Plan A is win races in Ontario, but it's a very viable Plan B. Can't Muscle Me, I guess she made a break. Mario thought she tried to kick him coming out of the gate. That just makes her a good judge of character, I think. That's all it does. So if she did, please don't kick coming into the gate. But let's get a good qualifying line on her next week. First glance, great qualifying mile, 54 and 3 on him. Now he was a little hot. I was wondering, I said, geez, Mario's got to be in his bonnet today. Maybe watch my video from last week and saw a tear in my eye from the death threats.
Dad?
But, yeah, buddy.
Will First Glance ever come to Ohio?
No, honey. He'll stay there. He's got lots of racing to do in Ontario. So First Glance, what happened was the snake cord broke on the horse, and Mario, he's pretty hot. Mario removed him to the front. I thought he was fine. Put a set of earplugs, a proper snake cord in his mouth, get some speed in front of him. I think this horse can pace 52, 53.
Every time I gave him his good luck hugs and kisses, he would always win.
Oh, really? Well, you might have to go back to Ohio or Ontario quite a bit this summer then. So First Glance was very good. Frilly Fringes, we put her up for sale. You guys have heard this. This is like the 9th time I've said this in the last 2 months. But if you're not going to do, you can't stay. And she has proven that she isn't really that interested in racing. We put the hobbles on her. That braking will come to an end. Hey, what's wrong? Hey, Ava, can you help her out, honey? That braking will come to an end. And at that point, I think you're going to see the best form of Frilly Fringes right now, which is underachievement to say the least. No, it's not this place. Where is it? It's around here somewhere though, right? Heinens? Is that it over there? No. The mall's straight ahead, right? I'm going the right way.
Yeah.
So, Frilly Fringes is in to go on Wednesday. She'll likely be sold at some point, and I think everybody knows why. I mean, GW Chrome was sold the other day, and I love GW Chrome, but we were offered claiming price for him. He only has one more win in there, and then it's going to be a tough summer for the overnights and some fair racing. Just, it was time, and I wish him all the luck. That's a horse that I'll actually watch race that we've sold, and that's not to say when they're gone I forget about them. I do most of the time, because I have to focus on what we have in front of us. Ollie, I have to focus on what we have in front of us, and GW Chrome, I always had a soft spot for him. I really like the horse, and I hope they do really good. He's heading to Tioga with Mark Major. Gray is a new red. We talked to you. Now, the reason I didn't make a big deal about the supposed or potential line in her Cannonbone, because it was supposed. It was potential. And I didn't want to make a big deal about something that wasn't confirmed. And it was confirmed it was not anything more than a little shadow on the x-ray. She's jogged sound the last 3 days. Probably just kicked the wall. Just being her. Kicked the wall and maybe bruised her ankle. Just got a week in the stall, so good for her. She cheated the system for a week. But she'll be in to go next weekend. Somebody asked me, will she go to the fair in Paulding if you're going well and down? It's a great question. I think the only person that can answer that is Jason. So we'll see. I'll talk to Jason about it this week. Where are we at? Holy Chick galloped another mile and 56 on Saturday. She's going to be in to qualify on Thursday. At Glare AM, I sent her out to Kevin Johnson. He can work on that bruise on her shin. He's got an aquatherapy spa there, so they can actually walk in the water. That should clean that up really good. Now the trick is keeping it cleaned up. We changed her shoes, and Tim did. Hey, can somebody get that for her, please? And then Tim said she trained very good this week. Don't be yelling at your sister.
She hit me.
Oh my God, the 2-year-old struck you in the arm. Do you need to stop at the hospital? Addie, don't hit people. That's not nice. Eglarium. So a week in the aquatherapy spa, and then we'll see how that leg looks. Sweetheart, what's wrong?
She's just being in trouble.
She's being a troublemaker right now. And then we have I'm a Lovely Lady, who raced great the other night, finished third in the mud, raced very, very, very good. Now Italian Grit was off the list and made his way back on. Hey, what's wrong, sweets?
You want a snack?
Want a snack, or you want to? Oh, really? You sure you don't want? Tell me when I can go. Look at the light. Tell me when it's green. So I'm a Lovely Lady raced great the other day. Italian Grit, although we don't have them, we still own them with Travis Henry. So it's great to have Travis over here. Travis and Maddie are. Go. Travis and Henry are good people and real good horse people. And Travis Henry, I said.
Said Travis and like Madison and Travis and.
Travis and Maddie Henry, yeah, are good horse people, and they'll have a lot of luck and a lot of fun with this guy, and we'll have a lot of fun with them. So it's nice to be along for the ride still with Italian Grit and Maddie and Travis, or Travis and Maddie. Travis and Maddie. Jazzy Judy, I'm so excited at this filly. You guys have no idea how excited I am. I have to fly to Harrington. It's an hour and some. Greg's going to pick me up at the airport in Philadelphia. We're going to drive down to Harrington. I'm going to race her on the 16th and come back, then go again the next week, then come back, and then it's a month to the final. That's okay. I think after the first round of staking, we'll give her a month or maybe 5 weeks in the field. No. Thank you. A month or 5 weeks in the field, because when her staking finishes in December, maybe we'll continue to race her. Maybe we'll continue to race her into her 4-year-old season and then stop with her and give her time to mature. This is an exciting filly, and I don't mean exciting filly in the sense that she only has to race against 15 or 20 Delaware breds. Exciting filly in the sense that she's an exciting filly. I really like her. Miss Meringue is back going now. Looks good. Looks like we got everything under control. It's been a little frustrating for her and Rose Run Why Not. Rose Run Why Not's a couple of weeks ahead of her, but both fillies will get there at some point in the coming weeks. Mama Knows Best has been incredible. Trained good yesterday, raced great last week. Just turned into a really, really handy, useful, nice filly. My Jazz, think we got her where we need her now. She's close to 100%. We're going to train her maybe in the race bike on Tuesday or Wednesday. That will depend. We can qualify her on Thursday, but I kind of got her slated in my head where if the track in Paulding is acceptable, we can run her out to Paulding and get a race into her. That could be a qualifying event / tightener for My Jazz. We'll see how that plays out in the next week. No Free Lunch was simply awesome the other day. 55 last quarter in 27 seconds and looked very, very good doing it. Great job by Mario and Harry, obviously, to get the horse ready to go and keep me out of harm's way. Northern Blizzard was awesome. Johnny's done a great job of him. I think this horse can have a great summer for us. Perfect Record will be in next week. I know Mark Beckwith said he got his knee down. He hit his knee, spun the knee boot around his last start. He said he's got him back where he likes him. He'll race him next week. Where are we at here? Rose Run, why not? I watched her train 1.5 miles the other day, last half an 8. I thought she looked very, very good. She's back on her way forward, so good for her. So Admirable, winner 155 last night at the Miracle Mile at Vernon Downs. Obviously, you can see the trepidation in Mark Beckwith. Very careful with this filly. He thought she was much better. We'll see how she races this week in Saratoga. He's going to have to get his put his trotting gloves on, I think, to get So Admirable around again. But every week she'll get more confident, stronger, and get better. So we'll see what leads where that leads us in the coming weeks. Sweet Ambitions in Monday. If she's healthy, she should be competitive in there. She's another one just kind of fools you into thinking she's a really, really good filly. She's just a horse and got a good mark, money, good mark. Can lead to good things in the distant future also for So Admirable and what we do with her. Sweet Ambitions and what we do with her. Tanzanite Tricks was awesome. I love this filly. I love horses that have grit and like to do their work. And Tanzanite Tricks got some breeding behind her. Good mark, good mile at 58 the other day. I'm excited to see where that's going to lead in the coming week. That's my girl. Rough mile the other night. I just couldn't drive her any other way. The way the race worked out, I couldn't park her in a hole somewhere. And then Grismore, he thought his horse was better. He was wrong. I had the best horse in the race, but that's the way racing works. If you're going to race enough times and go to the races, unfortunately, sometimes racing is going to break out, and that's what happened the other night. He thought his horse was better, and it wasn't. And that's my girl. Showed a lot of grit also. Two things. One, I get into her pretty good in the last turn, so obviously she was safer trotting. And two, and important two, she fought all the way to the wire. I hadn't seen that yet from her. Very excited from what I've seen from her. Yes, she will go back to Indiana in the near future. At what capacity, under what banner, under what stable, I don't know yet. But for right now, she's staying right here. Tipsy and Dixie was awesome qualifying, 58. Mario simply put it in an easy way. He said, I love this mare. I love this filly. I love everything about her. She's just a really, really nice horse. Walk on the Moon, a little flat the other day, but I suspect his blood's going to tell us the reason why. Tomorrow, will he race him? Go ahead and race him if he wants, but we're going to be careful with this guy. We don't want to get him in a position where we get him bottomed out or get him beat up. As far as his overall toughness level of 1 to 10, it's probably hanging out around a 6, but we can work with 6. He's got a lot of speed to offer. We just have to race him accordingly. So we'll see what happens in the next little while. War We Welcome's got one more start. She's going to be zinging tight when she gets back to Ontario. She's got the rail, and I will make every turn. She will be advancing, put it that way, on Wednesday. I believe that War We Welcome. That's not true. I wouldn't mind getting a 2-hole tripler. Not as good on the front. I'll take the blame the other day, only I've seen that movie a lot of times from War We Welcome. James has driven her super conservatively, and she has not reciprocated with a win. It was always finding a way why she got beat. You want to blame me for last week? Fine. I'll go to bed tonight thinking that it was me like I did the other night, but I'm not completely sold on that. We'll race her from off the pace if we can. By off the pace, I mean the 2-hole if we can, but it is a short field, and if we need to race her on the front, I will. So we'll see what happens at Northfield Park on Wednesday, but I think she'll be very, very good at Northfield Park. What else do we got here? Well and Down, big winner last night. And there's an important, I said this in the opening, but it's worth noting. That's what happens when you put horses in where they can win. 2 races after her, the class that she was racing in went 53-2, and she cannot go in 53-2. Not right now. Will she ever? I don't know. That'll be up to her. She can't right now. And I think that's worth noting. She doesn't fit the class anymore that she won last night, I believe. Jason was looking into it. There's one class at the Meadows for her. Non-winners of 2, but not more than 3. She has 3, so she can race in there and I think be competitive. And then we have the fairs for her. But she lost a path last night with that race victory. And Won My Heart Hanover, trained the other day, I was told, 2-3 last half, 58 with no hobbles on. I'm excited. I can't help but think this is a better horse with no hobbles on. She's turned into be an actual decent filly to race. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I think this could be a big turning point in the career of Won My Heart Hanover. We will see it all unfold on Wednesday. So that is the 3-year-olds. That's all of them. All done. Got the 2-year-olds done. Got the opening done. Got the broodmares done. Hattie Bear, say bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. We'll be back. We just got the stable stuff. I can get those done today. Take care.